Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome. This is your general tarot guidance, and this is a timeless reading. Hello, this is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watching. However you want to use this energy, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming back, for those of you who've been with me a while, and hello to any newcomers. Welcome, welcome. I'm Julie Poole. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below, including if you would like to book a private reading or session, and also my events, so do check them out. All right, Scorpio, you have Observer, Higher Power, and Here and Now. All right, let's get an animal oracle as well. Those were the wisdom of the oracle. Okay, the cards I use are linked below. Okay, tell me more for my Scorpios, please. Okay, on the top one. Okay, Grasshopper, take a leap of faith. Okay, so before we get to the tarot, let's just discuss these for a little minute. Because Scorpio, we are in this very changing energy, reprioritizing what's really important to me. Do I still want that? We're in this shift. Everybody is in it to different degrees, and each sign is getting a slightly different emphasis and message on the areas to focus on. All right, so the reason for this shift and change is that the vibration is raising. As we lift our vibration, we lift our awareness. And so as we become more aware, we're kind of, why have I got caught up in that loop? And why am I doing that? It doesn't actually fulfill me. And we start to make these changes, okay? And the thing is with you, my beautiful Scorpio, you are all about change anyway. So you, out of all the signs, are in the best place to kind of morph with it, go with it, allow it to move in. Okay, so Observer. Until we are aware what works and what doesn't, we just pootle along as normal without any awareness. All right, so Observer, let me get it under the right camera, sorry. The Observer card is to be able to take a step back and really look at things and say, what works for me? Does this work for me? I don't know. Does it? We start to become increasingly aware. Now, it's a number 49, which is a 4. All right, 4 and 9 is 13, and then we add that together to a 4. 4s are all about foundation. So getting that foundation really solid. So the thing is, we may well have built what we consider to be a very strong foundation, thinking that's going to give us stability and security, and that's a good thing because we were in this energy of Saturn. That's sort of shifted. So now we're starting to look at these foundations. Instead of seeing it stable and secure, we're saying it's like a noose around my neck and it holds me back. We are in this energy, changing energy of freedom. Do I have freedom to be who I am? Or am I morphing into what somebody else wants and expects me to be? So we are just becoming more and more aware, and then we can take some action to make changes in whatever area of life that is for you. So we are observing, all right, standing back and look at the bigger picture. He is also, they're telling me to point this out, sitting on an egg. Right now, we love eggs. Eggs symbolize in the oracle the new birth, you know, the new growth is just about to pop out. The egg's going to crack open and something new is being birthed, being born. Now, this is being led by your higher power, another number 4. All right, the higher power is your higher self, your spiritual self, your soul energy, your spiritual team saying, yep, we signed up for this and now we're in this changing energy and we need to play catch up for some of us to sort of say, ooh, okay, do I need to run to stand still or am I running to move towards something new? Because we've got that grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. That's very like the Fool. I'll come to this one in a minute, but they want me to talk about the grasshopper. It's a 30. Now, 3s are about expansion, okay? So we are being asked to take a leap of faith. See the little crown on top of him? All right, this little grasshopper. It's saying, you know, I'm the king of my castle. I am in charge of my destiny and where I'm going and what I'm doing. So as I become more aware as I step into my intuition and my inner voice, which is becoming louder and louder as we observe, then we can start to say, right, I want to go for that. I'm going to grab hold of that. Now, the here and now, 32, which is a 5. 5s are about change. And again, she's sitting on an egg. We've got the past, we've got the future, and we want to focus on the now, because what we tend to do when we become aware of something, all right, is say, excuse me, is to say, I'll have a look at that next year or next month or in the future. And they're saying, look at it now. Look at it now. All right. Now, these are all 4s. Foundation. Is my foundation serving me? Is it solid for me? Is it working for me? Is it allowing me growth and expansion and a certain level of freedom? Or do I feel trapped and stuck? The 5 allows that change to move us into the expansion. Yeah? Okay. Let's have a look at the tarot. Tell me more for my Scorpios, please. Tell me more. For my beautiful Scorpios. I'm always interested in the Scorpio readings because I'm a Scorpio rising, so it's relevant for me too. Okay. All right, Scorpio, what's going on? Tell me about this, please. What are we observing? Queen of Coins, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and the 9 of Coins. Okay, so we've got 2 9s here. 9s are nearly there. Okay, it's kind of the 10 is completion. We're moving forward. Now, it's a lot about money and grounding and stability. The Queen of Coins is all about that, you know, the flourishing, abundance. I've got enough. I'm earning good money. I've got good investments. I'm safe and secure. And it's saying, but am I? All right. The Observer card underneath. Am I doing a job just for the money? But I hate it. I get up and I go, another day, another dollar. All right. Or am I doing something that I actually enjoy? So it's observing, what am I doing for my coin, for my money, for my security? And do I enjoy it? Is it fulfilling? Am I growing and expanding, or am I stuck and stale? We are observing that. All right. And it's also the same with our relationships, because coins isn't just about money, it's about that stability. So I am looking at everything within my relationships, my home, my world, my work, and saying, is this working for me? And it may be there's a few little tweaks here and there, and that's all that needs to be done, or it may need a complete overhaul. Now, the 9 of Swords is the card of anxiety and sleepless nights. Worrying, all right? Now, worrying gets you absolutely nowhere. To think things through, yes, but to get stuck in that panic of, is it going to be okay? I'm kind of mindful that she's got her sort of back to the Queen of Coins and she's trying to leg it away from that situation. So some of you, I feel, really want to leave your jobs, really want to perhaps leave your partner or your home, but you're frightened to do it, all right? Anxious about it, uncertain about it. The 2 of Swords is the card of I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm undecided. She's blindfolded. She can't quite see a way forward, you know, and very often people will say, well, it's impossible. I can't possibly do that. There is always a way out when we choose to look for it. There's a saying that's very true that says we find what we're looking for. All right. When we say that's not possible, then guess what? You're right. It's not possible. When we say I can find a way, then a way will be shown. All right. So comment that below if that's relevant for you. I can find a way. All right. So we are observing. It's all about this observing. What works for me, what doesn't. What do I need to do and change? Am I prepared to take that leap of faith into something new? The 9 of Coins is a card of independence. Very often she's single, not always. Okay. We can be independent within a partnership, in that the partnership is the icing on the cake, not the cake. You're the cake. All right. So This is a card of security, mini Empress energy, very creative, very abundant. She provides for herself. She can do it. She doesn't need anybody else. She can have help, but she doesn't need the help. Now, you are moving towards something new here where you can really step into doing it yourself. Now, for some of you, that might be changing a job into something where you're working more alone, or you are more entrepreneur energy, working for yourself, or starting a side hustle for yourself. For some of you, it may be about leaving a situation and really unsure whether you can provide for yourself if you do. And the answer is yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just got to believe in yourself. All right, let's find out some more. Tell me more for my Scorpios, please. Thank you so much. What does Scorpio need to know at this time? Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. That's the action card. We've got the High Priestess under the higher power. You are being led here by your soul, by your source. You are being guided. Oh, we want the top one. Okay. There's the Ten of Swords. Love it. So we come to that completion, okay? The Three of Swords, not a great card, not a great energy. Let's pull them in a little bit more, all right? Now, this is upset, hurt, disappointment. Of course, it's not a great card. We can't dress it up. We can't pretend it's anything other than it is. She's crying. Now, if you have decided with this observing that this is the time to leave a relationship or leave a job or leave a friendship, yes, we can be upset. That's perfectly healthy and normal. All right, doesn't have to be. Sometimes we leave something without a backward glance and say, "John, I'm so over that, done." But other times it's a wrench, and allow it. All right, life is part of loss, which creates a space for something new to come into. It happens. All right, life is morphing and changing. We're observing it, and we are taking some action. The Knight of Wands is an action card. All right, here and now, we're going to do something about this situation. We're tapping into the High Priestess, the higher power, to say, guide me, show me, thank you for bringing me to a close of this anxiety and worry and stress. Many of you are working jobs that are incredibly stressful, and it's taking its toll on you on every level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and it's time for it to go. And that may well cause some upset and say, you know, I really wanted that to work out, but it just hasn't. So I'm going to cry my tears. I'm going to cry it out. And then I'm going to move on and get over it, because we are going to take a leap of faith into something new. If this doesn't resonate for you, this is not your reading for you at this time, and that's absolutely fine. Check out your sun and moon and rising and the other placements. This is a quite specific message. Right now, not all of you are going to be in that Three of Swords. A lot of you are going to be like, bye-bye then, I'm good, I'm moving on. And this could be quite a small transition. It doesn't have to be something huge. We've only got the one major arcana card here, which is saying that this could be more on a day-to-day level. Excuse me, let me just get some water. So, for example, let's say that you have been employing a, what's the right word here? Coping mechanism, distraction, anesthetic to deal with something stressful. Perhaps you're over drinking, overspending, too much time on social media, scrolling through to avoid life because you don't want to look at something with that Two of Swords. You know, I don't want to rock the boat. You know, we'll just put up and shut up. And then you start to see it and you go, right, it's no good just anesthetizing me from this stressful situation. I need to actually deal with the stressful situation. And that means allowing the feelings to come up, because we can run from our feelings for weeks, months, decades, but eventually they need to be dealt with, right? Because we can't run from them. All we're doing is burying them, and they keep coming up and you bury them, and they keep coming up and you bury them. Eventually it's like, let them just come. Get out the frustration, get out the tears, get out the disappointment, and move on. Now, for some of you, this may not be stress and anxiety and pain right now. This might be old stuff, old wounds that have been pushed down and buried down for a very long time. And this is the time to say, we're in this higher vibration. It's now or never. Right, well, it's no, they don't like that. All right, they don't like that. There's always the opportunity. There's never a never. Okay, there's never a never. All right, there's always the opportunity, but they're saying this is a really good time. So if you have been finding yourself stuck in stressful situation, and that stress is from the past, this is the time to heal those wounds, to get it up, to get it out, to clear it out. You know, think about a wound that has become infected, and you just keep putting a plaster over it. You just keep putting another plaster over it and another plaster over it, and it's never going to heal because it's infected. What we actually need to do is rip the plaster off and clean out the wound. Now it'll heal. It might leave a little scar, but now it will heal and it will no longer hurt and it will no longer be triggered because it's healed. All right. So it's quite an intense reading, but if anybody can cope with it, Scorpio, it's you, my beautiful people, because you are so strong and so deep. So dive deep, go into this. What aren't I seeing? What aren't I looking at? Let's have a good look at it now. Let's not put it off any longer. Let's allow it to come up and out so that I can have my new beginning fresh and clear without carrying the wounds of the past with me into the future, because this is a time to put them down. Right, so I'm asking now. So let's assume then my Scorpios clear out the wound, clear out the crap, clear out the stress. What's the outcome then, please? What is the outcome? What have they got to look forward to if they do this? King of Cups, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Justice. We'll take that. Thank you very much. All right. So what have you got to look forward to when you focus on that awareness, that observing what's really going on and dealing with it? You are coming into your power, you're coming into balance, you're coming into fairness, you're coming into a greater sense of security and stability, because if there are old wounds there, then your castle is built on shaky grounds. Clear out the wounds, shore up the foundations, and then we've got something more solid, yeah? So the King of Cups is mature and wise and strong and loving and compassionate. And the King of Swords, he is integrity and honesty and clarity and expertise. And he's just somebody you can rely on, that you can trust. Okay, so you're stepping into this king energy, male or female, don't worry about that, but the king of your castle, all right? You are getting into a greater sense of power and empowerment. And so that gives you a greater security that is much more balanced and much more fair. It's time for you to have your just rewards, but there's a little bit of clearing out and observing to be done before we get there. All right. If this doesn't resonate for you at this time, check it out maybe in a few weeks' time. What's the final message for Scorpio from the angels, please? Okay. Inner child, initiation. Initiation, I've got comfort on the bottom. We're going to take that. And then we've got higher thought. We'll take that as well. All right. So, Scorpio. Scorpio. Higher thought, higher power, high priestess. Can they make it any clearer that this is something that's really important in your spiritual growth, in your emotional growth, in your energetic growth, that this is being led from a higher place? We want to talk with the inner child. All right, the little bird she's holding there. Birds signify communication, talking. So we want to have a little chat with my little me, okay, mini me. Have a little chat with mini me and see if he or she is happy. And then we are going to help him or her to feel safe and loved and good enough and happy. These could well be old wounds, all right, that this is the time to clear them out. And your angels are with you, holding you, supporting you to do this energetic work, okay? It is an initiation. Initiation means something new, a new beginning, and we've got the grasshopper there. As we clear this out, you come into this higher vibration that you are being initiated into. All right? This reading isn't for everybody. If it's not for you, that's okay. That's what the message is for you, my beautiful Scorpios. So I hope it helps. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing day, week, and I will be back soon. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.